Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of season 2 at Chelsea. We're in the month of December currently, and we're actually going to be splitting this month into 2 because, well, it's rather busy to say the least. Scunthorpe at home in the cup first. That will be simulated, so I'm pretty sure we'll win. And then Tottenham Hotspur, Southampton and Aston Villa to end the day. And then tomorrow, Everton, Leeds, Cardiff and Manchester United. Should we get through against Scunthorpe, we'll probably end up splitting January into 2 as well, because there'll be 2 semi-finals added into January and the next FA Cup round, which should be on the 2nd there of January as well, once it's all scheduled in and everyone else has qualified from the it's the 3rd round that should be scheduled once the 2nd round has been completed. So we'll have an extra 3 games to go into the month of January too, depending on whether we do or do not win this simulated game against Scunthorpe United at home, which I'll be honest, I do fully expect us to do. Although they've beaten Manchester United by 2-1, but they won't beat us. 4-0. Mason Mount and Rodrigo with 1 each. Callum Hudson-Odoi with a brace. That'll do very nicely. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this series or future series, which may be coming sooner rather than later. But we'll continue on now with the game against Tottenham Hotspur. And we've played Newcastle yesterday. Got a very, very important victory to ensure that we stayed in and around the top 4, whilst remaining in touch, of course, with Everton at the top. And having Everton later in the month, Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United now in this month as well. It's and Aston Villa, to be fair, who are there in 6th. That's going to be a very important few episodes for us. Tottenham and Aston Villa today, Everton and Manchester United tomorrow, and United aren't too far behind. They're closing up there on 23 points, only 3 points behind us in 3rd. So it's going to be a season-defining couple of months, I feel. But we'll go to the press conference here before the game against Tottenham and answer some questions and hopefully improve our morale. It says manager there on a little board thing. That should say my surname. It should say Wood, but it doesn't. A true clash of titans today as you face Tottenham Hotspur. Who will get out on top? We'll play and see. I don't want to get too carried away. Tottenham have absolutely battered me in the past in this save. You put the game beyond doubts last time. Congratulations. Do you reckon that your rival Tottenham Hotspur is concerned at all? We'll concentrate less on the opponent. We'll concentrate purely on our own performance. And so long as we do the right things, we'll get the right victory. Inconsistent results of late are really testing your team's title ambitions. Can you arrest this slide by the end of the season? Certainly. It is our responsibility to try and do that. And fingers crossed we will be able to. We haven't necessarily been in the worst form. We have picked up some draws where we should have picked up victories, but we got a draw against Fulham where we should have won. We beat Newcastle, we beat Watford, we beat Palace twice, we beat Wolves, we beat West Ham, we drew with Burnley. So in the last 9 games, in the past 9 games, we've won 7. I wouldn't really call that inconsistent form, would you? Well then, Tottenham Hotspur next, and hopefully our inconsistent form can continue with giving us victories. Tottenham starting lineup: Hugo Lloris in goal. Hopefully he recovers well from his injury in real life. Serge Aurier, Alderweireld, Davinson Sanchez and Benjamin Mendy at the back. Ndombele and Dele Alli in the centre mid roles, with Visca, Eriksson and Son sat behind, rather expectedly, Harry Kane. We've drawn 3-3 with Tottenham. We've been battered 3-0 by Tottenham. And I believe they knocked us out of the cup as well last year. So there's a lot on the line here, both for revenge and just in general for the fans. Chelsea-Tottenham is a rather heated rivalry, of course. So we'll wait and see what the outcome is. But I'd certainly like it to be better than it was last season, that's for sure. I need to change my angle back as well. I've been using this camera angle in Ultimate Team, actually. And it's really, really helped my play overall. I play on co-op with custom height to 20 and zoom to 2. Switch to default and to tele broadcast, which is what my regular... I'm doing that on Be a Pro, aren't I? Idiot. That's what my regular career mode view is. But on Ultimate Team, playing with a wider view actually really helps you see the whole field and build up the play. Obviously, from an entertainment point of view, it's better to be closer in. That's why I still play with this camera angle on career mode. But certainly would advise you guys switching to that co-op mode or co-op camera view with the custom height and zoom if you would like to see more of the field. and to be able to, you know, you can see exactly what's going on rather than just this kind of windowed view that you get from the closer in telebroadcast camera. Do let me know what camera angles you guys use in the comment section as well. I do actually get quite a few tweets and messages, people asking what camera settings I use. So questions answered for you guys there. By default, I used Koulibaly in the way of a Christian Eriksen overhead kick. Actually, I don't think that was Eriksen. It might have even been Eriksen putting the cross in. I use by default the telebroadcast camera for career mode, and then an ultimate team now, co-op with 20 height and 2 zoom. Questions answered. Oh, he's turned away from me really well there. Telly through the gap to Harry Kane. Back to Christian Eriksen. Out wide here to Heung-min Son. And into the middle towards Visca. Tottenham lead. Balls. Visca at the back post, sneaking in on the end of the cross. Don't know whether it was poor defensive positioning or just an excellent ball from Heung-min Son. I think it's just an excellent ball. Perhaps the marking could be questioned. It's actually Christian Pulisic that's tracking back there with Visca. Why Emerson is all the way over there, I'm not entirely too sure. You don't really want your left wing back, or your left winger even, covering for your left back in that situation, especially when they're not going to be as good defensively. But regardless, Emerson wasn't good enough defensively there, and we find ourselves 1-0 down with Tottenham's second chance of the game. The overhead kick blocked, and the header in. Son, Kane, out wide here to Benjamin Mendy. Tottenham moving the ball about so well in this game so far. Heung-min Son to Kane, back to Son again. And Visca's sneaking in the back post again. That looks to find Kane. Inexplicably does. Kovacic should certainly have done more there in the header. How Harry Kane has bent around Kovacic whilst mid-jump, I'm not entirely too sure. Still 1-0 down here though at home against Spurs, and this is becoming a far too familiar scenario in this Chelsea career mode. Losing to Tottenham Hotspur. I do not like it one teeny tiny little bit. Goretzka will look for Rodrigo, will look for Goretzka again, let fly, and it's been blocked well. Challenging with Davinson Sanchez. It's fallen kindly for me. Goretzka. Oh, and I can't find Rodrigo. I've not been good enough going forward and not been good enough at the back, and it's not the best of combinations when trying to win a football match. I'm trying to wait for Jadon Sancho. He's working to space, but he's been marked so well by Serge Aurier. Don't have the opportunity to. Kovacic will work this out wide. There's 2 minutes added on at the end of the half. I was going to play Pulisic in there, but he ran offside. Rodrigo. Can we spin Davinson Sanchez? Maybe. Into Goretzka. Roll the man in the middle. Leon Goretzka to draw us level. Yes, to draw us level! In the third of 2 added on minutes, we've stolen an equaliser against Tottenham Hotspur. Not entirely sure we deserve that, but lovely turn by Goretzka. Acceleration to get away and a devastating finish. Game on. Rudiger. Lift that over, looking for Jadon Sancho. Found well. And we'll try and use that run of Mateo Kovacic. And slots it. No, Lloris with the save. It's going to fall to Rodrigo, and he can't sweep at home either. I should have maybe gone for a low driven with Kovacic there, though, but I was worried. If I did, he'd drag it past the post, which does happen quite a bit with players that don't have the highest level of finishing. So I'd be just to put it through the keeper, which is what he did, actually, against Dubravka in yesterday's episode. Just hit it hard and low, and it went through the keeper. Lloris, though, a higher quality goalkeeper, was able to deal with it. Hakimi could just flick that away, and it will now be a Tottenham corner at the other end. We're in trouble of conceding, let alone going in front. Eriksen will deliver. It is a good ball. Kante gets that first header Toby Alderweireld, and maybe we could go on the counter and score again. Jadon Sancho not going to win a physical battle with Serge Aurier. Has to get away from him. Sweep this down the line there though for Christian Pulisic. Going to need support. Got past Dele Alli well enough. Serge Aurier's with me. There's Rodrigo. Just knock it sideways. Lovely little roll of the ball there. Pulisic, or Goretzka even, into Rodrigo. Good footwork on his left foot. Lloris saves. This is end to end now in this second half. Corner to come in from Mateo Kovacic. It's a decent delivery. Lloris punches, win that header please Emerson. He's done well. It's Koulibaly. Sanchez falls for Goretzka. 2-1 Chelsea. The most fortunate goal we could possibly have wished for. Fallen straight to me. Goretzka has his second. We are now in front. Hakimi. Son. Oh, it's poor. Sancho. Just as poor. Sissoko around the corner to Ndombele. Looking for Heung-min Son again. He's got Kane in the middle. It's an early ball. Rudiger wins that. Kante. Oh. Well, he did brilliantly to bring it down. Oh, Koulibaly steps in really nicely. Kane in a lump on the floor. Off to seek forward to Rodrigo. Out to Pulisic. And last time I gifted Aurier the ball. I'm not going to do that this time. Off to seek into the space. And I want to return it to him to finish them off. Ruben, please. If they equalise now, I can't look any further than that opportunity. That's a lovely through ball to Eric Lamela, and Moussa Sissoko's in a bit of space here and will be found. Kepa got to it and we've scrambled it away. I was having flashbacks, that Ruben Loftus-Cheek moment there, right before my eyes, thinking Tottenham are actually going to equalise here. He's been delayed in possession there, but he has found Benjamin Mendy, but the referee does us a favour there. Tottenham were looking to get themselves level. They haven't been able to. We waited a long time for the moment to come to beat Liverpool, and the moment has arrived to beat Tottenham as well. It's turning out to be definitely an improved season for us. Picking up results that we weren't last year. Leon Goretzka has been such an incredible signing for us too. He's so influential in that central attacking midfielder. I'm definitely pleased that we're playing him further forward than in a deeper role, which we could have elected to do. How come Loftus-Cheek didn't get enough time to redeem his poor show of form? That's a bit harsh. How come Loftus-Cheek got such a brief outing? Well, I say don't expect him to start because Goretzka's been so good. So what more can I do there? Oh, we're on an unbeaten run. We have what it takes, certainly, to win the league this year. With 2 goals to secure a win, Goretzka was the hero today. Any thoughts? Overall great performance. Literally just praised him before we even got to the interview, so I have to then praise him again. I can't not, to be fair. That's us up into second. Anana wants to play some football. Prove me I need to play you. Grammar. Prove me. I think you mean prove to me that I need to play, but you know, whatevs. Right. Shaw and Mount. Reached the train now. Shaw 66 rated. Mount's getting ever closer to 82. But obviously, Leon Goretzka's going to continue to start in that cam role. We will have Everton later in the month. Up for us next was... I can't remember actually off the top of my head. Who are we playing next? Southampton. Saints starting lineup. Angus Gunn in goal. They're going with 5 at the back. Escal, Bednarak, Stevens, Kehrer and Robosho at the back. El Yanusi is actually a winger in central midfield with Højbjerg and Sabitzer, and then Jovetic and Mitrovic up top. Number of non-recognisable Southampton players' names in that starting lineup. They've certainly done a lot of business in just a season and a bit, or a season and a half. So we've got our work cut out here against the Saints. Pulisic down the line there to Emerson. Lovely ball across to Leon Goretzka. Seemed rather uninterested in the ball to start off with. Kante forward to Goretzka. Rodrigo making that run through the gap. He's taken it in his stride. Oh, it's a great save by Angus Gunn. Looking for the cross goal finish. And that's a really, really top save. Drilled. To be fair, it's a comfortable height, but it still does well to get to it. See what we can do from the corner. Kovacic whips. Koulibaly could be up. He missed it. And Rodrigo headed it well up into the air. Sabitzer. Højbjerg. Swept up wide here to Esgaio. Back into the middle to El Yanusi. Oh, that was a little bit unnecessary. El Yanusi forward to Stevan Jovetic. Here's Robosho. Cross could come in. He's wound up for it. He's skipped past me nicely. Really good with the header away, and the counter-attack is on. If Callum Hudson-Odoi could actually show some urgency and burst forward, I did have to tell him to make the run there. He's turned nicely, and oh, it wasn't meant for Rodrigo. It was meant for Goretzka. We'll look for Hudson-Odoi, who will spin here. I've got Kante on the edge of the box. In there is Kovacic. Take a touch, bury it. There we go. Really nicely worked in the end. A couple of passes not really going where I wanted them to, but Kovacic will go and celebrate with the fans. That's what I tried to do anyway, but he's sprinting behind the goal instead. Chelsea 1, Southampton 0. Mitrovic. Oh, well cut out by Emerson. He's not wowed me in his performances since getting the chance in the first team, Emerson, thanks to injury elsewhere in the squad. Really not been overly impressed, but he did well there. Goretzka, Callum Hudson-Odoi is arriving. It's a lovely ball into him. We'll look across goal. That's going to fall kindly for me. so many times. So many times. Headers like that do that in this build of FIFA 20. There's no way. There's no way he heads that horribly high. Not a chance. Oh, I should be 2-0 up here, but I'm not. Go on and go low. Challenge again. Well up, mate. I don't know how he's done that. Bullshit going in my favour there rather than against me, I guess, on that occasion. Kante. Rodrigo. Oh, can't find Goretzka. He's been the... He and Rodrigo, Rodrigo have been the two best goal scorers we've had recently in this save. I'm going to give Tammy Abraham the chance back in the first team when he returns from injury. But I think Rodrigo's looking like he's going to be our #1 striker for a while at the minute. And Goretzka might finish this. Oh, if it weren't for Angus Gunn's face, I think, then we would have gone 2-0 up there. Let's see. Did it hit me in the face or did he get an arm to it? Bang. No, it was in the face. Right, from the corner then. Decent delivery. Mitrovic has headed it only to Goretzka. He headed it down on this occasion, but the keeper still gobbles it up. It'll be just 1-0 at half-time. Rodrigo's there. Go for the 1-2. Oh, it's misplaced. I've had less possession than Southampton in this game so far, but they are yet to have a shot on goal. So, I'll be honest, they can have as much of the ball as they like if they're not going to shoot. So we'll just continue on and have ourselves... Oh, that was... actually turned out to be a decent tackle. They can have as much of the ball as they want if they're not going to create anything. They might be creating something here though. Sabitzer, oh no, he's just stalled. Holding the ball up. Mitrovic swept up wide to Stefan Jovetic. Looking for Mitrovic again. There's their first chance. It's not on target and not going to cause me any problems whatsoever, but they have at least created something now. Here's Goretzka. Making a nice run there, Pulisic. We'll get it to Rodrigo. A little bit of footwork, work the space. Jack Stevens does very, very well to outmuscle him there. Dealt with the burst of acceleration much better than I thought he would. Here's El Yunusi in the midfield for them. He's been really flamboyant in his touches and in his passing, El Yunusi, but he's not actually created anything so far. He's kind of showing off and showboating without any real end products from anyone else in the team. Bosho back to Kega here. They're being more patient in their build-up now. I'm going to make some changes. Let's take Callum Hudson-Odoi off. He's not really had too much of an impact. Bring Jadon Sancho back on. And Tammy is back fit again. So we'll ease him back into first team action with 20 to 25 minutes here against Southampton. And we'll see. Oh, that's a terrible ball. And we'll see if Tammy can make an impact. Højbjerg to Stevens. Tackled by Kovacic, but it's going to fall free for Stevens again. Here's Højbjerg again. Lovely ball into Michael Obafemi, and Kepa just shuffles it around the corner for a corner. 8 minutes to go, and Southampton throwing caution to the wind here. I was going to say, they moved Jack Stevens into a forward position. It was a tactical thing. They'd done it behind the scenes with a formation because they were bringing Djenepo on. I did wonder why Jack Stevens was playing at right wing. Corner by El Yunusi whipped in. Højbjerg wins the header. Mitrovic will get that back there to El Yunusi, who's onside. Ball went backwards. Oh, Mitrovic flicks that header on, but that's tame for Kepa. And Mitrovic was offside instead. 6 minutes to go here. Tammy's not had a chance to have an impact, really, so I'm going to start him in the next game against Aston Villa. I set his instructions to get in behind here after he came on to see if I could get a little bit more movement out of him because he seems rather rigid before we were playing him. And he is looking to get in behind here. We'll play that over the top, but acrobatically cleared away by Timo Kehrer, but we'll get to that with Goretzka. No, we won't. We'll get to that with Jadon Sancho, though. Tammy, again, looking to get in behind here. This is great from Tammy Abraham. It's what was missing from his all-round game. Nice to see that changing those instructions is actually having an impact there, because he certainly wouldn't have made runs like that before I gave him that instruction. Still need to work on his ball control, though, evidently. Djenepo into Højbjerg. It's been a 1-0 scoreline for the majority of the game, but it's not been a 1-0 game at all. There have been plenty of chances for us that we haven't been able to take. And Southampton, to be fair to them, have rallied in the second half, but didn't rally enough. They had, at half-time, created absolutely nothing. Zilch. Zero. No shots on target, nothing at all. They had 3 in the second half, but weren't able to make inroads into the scoreline. We'll head now into the third and final game of the episode against Aston Villa, a side that are challenging towards the top of the table with us, and hopefully make it 3 wins from 3. Or 4 in 4 if you count the simulated game against Scunthorpe. Villa's starting lineup: Tom Heaton in goal for them. Gilbert, Mings, Engels and Duarte as the back 4. They've got 3 midfield: Jack Grealish, Marvellous Nakamba and John McGinn. And then El Ghazi, Wesley and Trezeguet as their front 3. It's not too dissimilar from the sort of side that we were playing in the Aston Villa career mode we did on FIFA 19 on stream. So I kind of know about the players and what they are good at and what they aren't good at. So hopefully we'll be able to exploit that and get ourselves another decent victory. We've been on the hunt for Everton at the top of the table. Been matching their results basically for the majority of the episode. If we can at least do that in this game, if not go above them, then that would be superb, especially considering we're playing them in the next episode. We have the opportunity to go top of the table before Christmas, so we'll wait and see if we can do that. But victory against Aston Villa here is going to be a big step towards going top by the end of the year, and we'll try and do it as best we possibly can. Campbell with the throw. Al-Ghazi with the early looped cross. Hakimi can't win that, or can he? No, it was Trezeguet that did. Not the best of headed efforts from the Spaniard, but after 10 minutes, they're the only side so far that created anything. Jadon Sancho with a nice header into Kante, who in turn nods it down to Goretzka. Tammy trying to get him in behind here. Oh, Tyrone Mings has slid in brilliantly there. Couldn't get himself to his feet quickly enough to retain possession, though. Look for Goretzka through there, and then look for Tammy again. Cut back if we can, though. Tyrone Mings has Tammy on strings at the minute so far. Corner for Villa. It's been all them so far in this first half. Trezeguet delivers, Tammy's there, Nakamba gets his head to it. Can he keep that in and find a teammate? Yes, he can. Good delivery, punched by Kepa. It's going to fall here to Tyrone Mings. I don't fancy him hitting it first time on the volley from 35 yards. Nakamba dinks that in. Wesley's certainly strong and physical in the air, and he's going to keep that in. El-Ghazi cannot. Half an hour in. Frustrating game for me so far, this one. And they're talking about the top of the table clash in commentary as well. Certainly got one eye on that fixture, but we can't afford to be distracted from this one. Winning against Everton is pointless if we don't win here against Aston Villa. Otherwise we still won't go top by Christmas. He's pointing for it. Pulisic will look for him. Keep it in. Well done, Christian. And he's ducked back well too. And Kante with a header was on target, but was never going in. Oh, what a header. Goretzka. Space for Kante. A lot of space for Kante. Angolo. Oh, strong challenge from Bjorn Engels. Wow. Duarte. Oh, what a through ball to Trezeguet. He's got Wesley to wait for in the middle, and Rudiger gets there. Oh, dearie me. I certainly do need both the physicality of Rudiger and Koulibaly to deal with Wesley in this game. He's not the fastest, but certainly you don't need to be... Oh, that was unintentional. The dummy from Goretzka. Here's Pulisic to Leon again. Oh, blocked well. Leon Goretzka has been superb since signing, but this game is starting to get quite stretched as the game flows from one end to the other. I was just trying to take him down there, stick in a cheeky leg. We actually win the ball back as well as take him down. That was meant for Kovacic. He went towards Goretzka. Now lost possession again. Wesley could play the 1-2. Grealish has got movement all around him. He could go for goals still. He'll settle for a corner. I've not been comfortable here against Villa. They are having a decent season and in a European spot. They'll get European football because it's broken in this save, but they're certainly challenging towards the top of the table, and you can see why. They've played like a decent team, and they needed to get in the way there with Grealish too. Right, Jadon, go, 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 go. And Sancho takes it in his stride really nicely, trying to use some extra dribbling to get past the defender, but can't do it. Jack Grealish tackled by Kante. Go again, Jadon. Go on, mate. Tammy will look for you. You've got the legs to keep that in. Fortunately, it means Tammy now isn't in the middle, although he is arriving. And, oh, the ball's played behind him, so it won't be found. Struggling to get through against Aston Villa, I have to be honest. Really struggling. Let's bring Hudson-Odoi on the left. I'm going to bring Loftus-Cheek deeper for Kovacic. And then that'll do for now. I might bring Rodrigo on for the last 10 to 15 minutes if we still haven't found a way through. Gilbert. Down the line to El-Ghazi. Oh, slightly out of position with Emerson there. Driven it hard and low. Keep that in, Emerson. Good. Oh. Oh, he did so well initially to get to it. Right, 2 changes coming on now. 15 minutes to go. Trezeguet to deliver the ball into the middle. And Nakamba gets there first. Kante. Hudson-Odoi is going to fall to marvellous Nakamba. That isn't threatening anyone. Duarte. Just keep that straight. Jadon Sancho. And find Goretzka and Tammy with those get in behind instructions. Could, win us the game, but it's really well intercepted by Tyrone Mings. They've been probably, it's a foul, probably more difficult to play against here, Aston Villa, than Tottenham were. earlier on in the episode. I think because Tottenham were more adventurous offensively, or at least committed more bodies forward offensively, they were slightly easier to try and pick apart going the other way. That was a terrible free kick. But Villa have been a lot more rigid, a lot more disciplined in their defence. They've been really hard to break down. Marvellous Lakamba has done, if you'll pardon the pun, a rather marvellous job of keeping us out so far. But Goretzka trying to find some space here against him. Passing Goretzka is terrible. There's 2 minutes added on. So literally, as we pick up possession here in the midfield, it is to be now or never. Loftus-Cheek across. Goretzka looking for Tammy. It might be now. Tammy has stolen 3 points. Oh, Tammy Abraham back in the starting lineup. He needed that. We needed it as a team, but he needed that as on a personal level. With the way Rodrigo's been scoring goals recently, Tammy was desperate to get himself a goal and keep that first team spot, which he will do now for the rest of the month. Burying that in the bottom corner superbly. The get in behind instruction, making the difference for Tammy Abraham. Only his second. Consider the amount of goals he scored last season. Yes, he's not played as many this year, of course, as well, but only his second goal of the season in December, midway through December, and Tammy Abraham has only scored 2 goals for me. I'll have a look and see what his stats are for the season all told, because I genuinely don't think he's played that many games. But with Everton winning 4-0 against Southampton, it's massively important that we won that game, because we are still within touching distance of Everton. Although Bournemouth have come from nowhere. They must have had a game in hand somewhere along the line, because they're now first. We were second. Oh, that's frustrating. I thought for a moment, if we beat Everton in the first game in the next episode, we'd be going above them in the table. Tammy Abraham, he had 14 games played, 2 goals. He's not the player of old this season, Tammy Abraham. 8 in 10 for Rodrigo. I don't know what Tammy is struggling with, but certainly he's not anywhere near as prolific as he was last season. In fact, that's terrible form from Tammy Abraham. We will end the episode, though, 2 games short of the halfway point in the season, as we're halfway through December, and we are third. 5 points clear now of Aston Villa in 4th, with victory assured over them. We've recently beaten Newcastle as well, and we can go second, certainly, and maybe top with a win over Everton to start things off tomorrow. We'll then play Leeds as well, simulate Cardiff, and play Manchester United away from home before heading into that January transfer window, where we will play Watford in the Carabao Cup 3 times in the space of 4 weeks. Against Watford, wow, it's going to be another very, very busy month. Has the FA Cup been drawn yet? Yes, Burnley in the FA Cup too. I was hoping for easier draws in the FA Cup. Not to be. Yeah, we'll split January into 2 episodes as well. That's all for today, though. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more. Do consider leaving me some transfer suggestions now, as well as we head towards January, although I'm absolutely no idea where I might buy. But for now, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. I'll be streaming at some point later today, so follow the link in the description to my Mixer, and I'll see you over there as well.